Trading is just a big game of you versus you, and once you understand that, you'll understand how to master your mind. Let's compare it to being a fat person, right? A fat person, they know what they need to do in order to become skinny. They need to have a good diet, they need to be exercising, they need to be lifting, running, all that sort of stuff. An unprofitable day trader, they know that they need to be back testing, building data, keeping good psychology, following their rules, all that sort of stuff, right? So if you're an unprofitable day trader, you cannot judge a fat person because you are just as inconsistent and undisciplined as they are. And what gets to beginner traders is the idea that you can make thousands of dollars from the comfort of your bed with one click of a button. You think it's that easy, and it's literally that effortless to make that money, but a lot more goes into the game than just sitting here and clicking buttons. You need a system. Like I said, you need data. You need to back test it. And if you're too lazy, if you don't have at least 200 trades of data, then you should not even be on a funded or an evaluation account. You're not ready to enter the market. Trading is a game of making good decisions. We aren't paid off of how hard we work. We're paid off of our decision making and how well we make our decisions. So if you're making decisions in the market without proven statistic, then you're going to lose long term. Listen, you don't need more information. You don't need more trading education. I'm here to tell you that firsthand. I talk to hundreds of traders on a weekly basis. I know their problems and I know what they're struggling with. I diagnose them. None of them need, or at least let's say 90% of them, they don't need more trading skill. They don't need to learn more concepts or more ideology or theory. They don't need that. It's their behavioral pattern that is holding them back. Look around. Odds are the people who are rich in your life are not these genius people. Trading is just like that. I would much rather have more discipline than intelligence inside of trading. The less you are in the market, the less you are giving the market a chance to beat you. Remember, this market is literally engineered so you get stopped out of your position. Yet you're still in the markets trading like there's no tomorrow. Your trade frequency is 3+ trades a day, I bet. And when you take a loss, you aren't even trying to learn anything from that loss. So again, it just falls back on the fact that trading is all you versus you. And look at your daily habits. Look at what you're doing inside of your trading journey. You are not doing anything that anybody has told you to do. People tell you to journal and learn from your losses, but when you take a loss, you're probably just skipping the journaling and heading right back into revenge trading or getting off of the charts, not actually benefiting from anything at all. To become profitable, you have to master your mind. You need to be journaling your emotions, journaling what's going on inside of your head, inside of these trades. Literally get into a trade and grab your pen and start writing down, how do I feel? Okay, I'm feeling on edge. I kind of want to move my stop loss, right? We need to learn how to combat these emotions, and there are very different strategies. There are very different ways that you can go about doing this. Something that I did was I was so on edge whenever I got into a trade. So what I would do was I would physically sit on my hands. I would sit on my hands until they literally fell asleep, and I couldn't revenge trade after I took a loss. My hands were so numb, I couldn't even move them. And then this taught me over time to literally just sit there and stare at the charts, and I literally can't do anything about it, which brings me into my next point. If you are addicted to trading, if you even have FOMO, what you should do for a week is have 5 observation sessions. What are observation sessions? It's literally sitting on the market with the ability to take a trade, but you are forcing yourself not to. So maybe have an eval account, or even better, have a funded account that you are able to trade on. Don't lock yourself out of the account. Strictly just decide to sit there and focus on letting the opportunity pass by you, so you aren't straddled by FOMO in the future. But here's the thing, a lot of you guys won't actually commit to doing this because you are correlating a green P&L with taking a step forward. So if you have a dry gray P&L with no trades on the week, you're going to look at that as something that's not beneficial to you because you are very outcome oriented. You are profit oriented, which I get it. We get into the game of trading to make money, but this is also a game of building good habits. If you don't have the right habits, then you won't make it long term, right? Trading is not a get rich quick scheme. And if you truly understood that, then you would do and you would sacrifice your short-term satisfaction for your long-term gains. But a lot of you won't do it. It's you versus you, and the bad version of you is going to beat the current version of you. I like to use the mirror analogy inside of trading because what your outside life looks like is going to directly reflect into what your current trading situation is. The market's not going to create anything, but it's going to reflect you, right? So what I have some of my students do, and what I very much recommend some of you guys watching to do, is start doing things in your outside life that is going to correlate into your trading. So what do I mean by that? I have one of my students right now. He's literally running. He's running, and this has nothing to do with trading, obviously, but what it does have something to do with is building discipline. He doesn't want to go run. His body looks good. He's buff, right? But he's running because he doesn't want to, but he knows it's going to benefit him in some way, shape, or form. So he's building discipline, and he's making this discipline second nature to him. His brain is going to default to discipline, doing right things, doing things that he has repetition in, because our brain loves to fall back on repetition. Why? Because our brain knows the result of whatever we're getting repetition in, right? Our brains love comfort, and that's why it is so uncomfortable to take a loss inside of trading, because when you get into a trade, right, you were expecting win, but you got a loss. So now you have a prediction error, which fires your brain to fix this problem right now. So then you start revenge trading. But if you can fall back on repetition, and if your repetition in your life is being disciplined, doing the things that you don't want to do in order to benefit yourself, then maybe you won't be so quick to do things and break rules, do things that you shouldn't be doing. In the gym, we don't get stronger by just picking up weights and doing as many reps as possible, right? We get stronger by doing it with the right form, by lifting with, the right posture or whatever, right? That's how you get stronger. It's quality over quantity. Same thing in trading. It's not a quantity game, it's a quality game. Again, like I said in the beginning, we are paid off of our decision making, not how hard we work. A lot of you guys, most of you guys, and a lot of the traders that I work with have a trade frequency issue. I see a lot of them taking 3-4 trades a day. Immediately, we need to fix that, because all that tells me is that you have a trading addiction. You need to understand that you are the reason that your account is not growing. You are the reason that you're not doing well, and you need to own up to it. It's not the market's fault. It's not the strategy's fault. If I gave you a profitable system, if I gave you the exact blueprint to becoming profitable, I guarantee you would still find a way to lose, even if I gave you an account that was in the green. Why? Because you are so profit oriented that you are going to do whatever it takes to get a little boost of dopamine, to see a green P&L, because you are not you are not process oriented, you are outcome oriented. Again, like I talked about, you are too addicted of the potential of what you could be, right? So you stay in that zone or in that headspace of comfortability. A lot of people, they are holding themselves back subconsciously, right? Because there's a potential of themselves that could be great, but that current version of themselves is not willing to put in what it takes to become that, whatever potential version of themselves that, they could be, because they are comfortable where they are right now, and they would rather sit on the fact like, oh, if I did this, I would have potential and I could be this. But They're choosing not to. They're falling in love with the idea of comfortability, but nobody grows when they're comfortable. Nobody grows when they're in the same exact system, same exact environment as they were before. God, Jesus Christ, right? An all perfect being made us. He created us. He is a creator, right? And he left us with a soul that was crafted and made from him, right? Everything else, our body, our flesh, our brains, this is completely different, right? We're all sinful as far as our brains, right? We want to do sinful things, but our soul is clean as far as what God has made us to be. We have a piece of God in us. So if you are doubting yourself, then you're doubting God, right? Because God left us with a part of him. And if we have something that was made from God inside of us, why do we not believe in ourselves? God is perfect, right? If we don't believe in ourselves, then we're just simply not believing in him. Listen, guys, God put you in front of these charts for a reason. He didn't just put you here to see you fail. He's testing you. And are you going to pass the test? Are you doing what is necessary to become profitable? Really sit down and ask yourselves these questions. Sit down, have a journaling session, write down the habits that you know you need to get rid of. Write down, who is the profitable version of me, right? Let's just say I'm unprofitable. I would be journaling, okay, this is the current Nate. This is the mediocre version of Nate. And I'd write down all my daily habits. Then I'd write down the higher version of Nate, the profitable, the future version of Nate. I need to figure out, what is he doing? What is he doing different from the mediocre version of Nate? And then I need to slowly start to implement those things into my life so I can then transform into that higher version, aka profitable version of Nate, right? You need to fake fall asleep in order to fall asleep. Guys, trading is just a big game of you versus you. And it's not about your strategy. It's not about the setups. It's about your head. Where is your mindset at? Are you disciplined? Are you going to do what it takes to be profitable? It's up to you, guys.